Andrew.
Uh, can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay, I see. Didn't have my phone on speaker. Looks like there's some confusion with the meetings. Looks like Brian sent out a new link.
Oh, okay. I just used the old one for my calendar.
Okay, well, worked for the three of us so far. But maybe I'll try to sign into the other one just to see if anyone's there.
Okay.
My iPad. So did you figure out an alternative arrangement for Thursday and Friday this week?
Yeah, so Art and I are going to just play the open pairs both days.
There we
The
go.
two
Hello,
sections?
guys.
Hello.
Hey, Captain.
And then Nancy injured her back, and so may not be
Ooh.
playing at all. Otherwise, she and Dan are playing pairs, probably the mid-flight pairs on Thursday.
Mm.
When's Dan coming
For
in?
this weekend.
Yeah.
Nice.
Danning's coming on Friday or Saturday. I don't know exactly which day, but he'll be there for the first thing on Saturday. One way or
Do
Yes,
you know
yes,
the qualifying for the second day? Is it based on strat or just overall?
overall, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, we'll let you know as soon as we know, of course. Probably be
Okay.
about 6 p.m. or so on Saturday.
That should be good. We have an alternate team lined up if you guys survive.
All right. That's good. But as long as you have something to do on Sunday.
Yeah.
Hey, Rick,
Yes.
are we supposed to be logged into SharkBridge for this?
We will be, but not yet. You
Oh,
can-
okay, that's why it wouldn't let me.
Yes, that's right. And you're just all purple there. Oh,
Who's purple?
the mini was.
That's because I don't have a camera hookup.
Okay, it looked like it switched from no camera not on to like a camera with a lens cover or something, but now it's back.
Well, yeah, because the camera's in my laptop, but my laptop is, it's the way my computer's set up. The camera can't
That's
see
fine.
anything.
That's fine. So give me just a second here to
It's
get.
all right, you know what I look like.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Are we recording?
Brian
Yeah.
did update the invitation, but the other link seems to be broken. Did you have any trouble logging in today, Captain?
No, I think I maybe accidentally picked the right one.
Well, it looks like you can't pick the
50-50
wrong
chance.
one. It's not working.
Oh, okay.
I tried one thing and it didn't connect, and then I tried something else and it connected.
Okay, so you have the same problem. Yeah, okay. Then everyone should
To
be
the
able to figure it out.
WebEx or to the SharkBridge?
To the WebEx.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
when you guys, sorry, continue.
go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to ask you about when you guys go to these kind of tournaments, do you fill out your convention card beforehand with your partner and then you just show up with it, or do you fill it out when you're there? Does it take you guys is it pretty standard for you guys, or do you have to think about it for a little bit?
You can do it either way. A lot of
Yeah.
times people will have played together before and have a convention card already set up.
Ah. Okay.
But
Yeah, the guy I
sometimes
played
you
with-
play it's the first time you're playing with the partner at the tournament. It doesn't take that long to pull out the card there.
Let's figure it out. I was looking at one the other
day.
day, and I was just I was like, wow, this covers a lot. It's pretty incredible.
They
It
are
depends
pretty
on how
dense
much stuff
supply
you're
there.
using. If you have a lot of fancy systems, you probably need to discuss that ahead of time.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
Speaking of fancy systems, so here's you see this Jacoby 2 no trump overview.
You see it.
Okay, and so that's what I wanted to review today and do some practice on this. This is when your partner opens one of a major and you've got 4 or more card support and 13 or more dummy points. We usually respond to no trump. It's conventional and it describes that kind of hand. And it asks the opener to describe their hand in more detail. And so these are the 5 responses and they're in the priority order. So first priority, if you have a good quality 5 card side suit, we bid that at the 4 level. So it might go 1 spade, 2 no trump by partner, 4 diamonds, let's say. And that would show at least 5 spades and 5 diamonds, and necessarily then at least a singleton or a void on the side. Usually you don't have that. But if you do, then if you do have shortness without a side 5 card suit, a good 5 card suit, you show that shortness, that singleton or void, by bidding that suit at the 3 level. And that's sort of the funniest bid on this system. So if it goes like 1 spade, 2 no trump, 3 clubs, that's not showing a club suit, it's showing lack of a club suit. Either a singleton or voided clubs. If you have a balanced hand and a minimum opening hand, we just jump to 4 of our major. 1 spade, 2 no trump, 4 spades, for instance. And then there's some different ways of playing this, but one way is this way here is if you jump in your major, well, if you just bid 3 of your major, not jumping straight to 4, that shows extra values and a good quality trump suit. 2 of the top 3 honors or better. And then 3 no trump is the same kind of extra values, but with 4 trumps. Maybe queen high or jack high, something like that. So given that, let's look at some examples. Okay, so if we look at hand number 6 here in the top right, this is an example of where we open a spade and partner says 2 no trump. What should we respond here? This is the hand with the king, queen, jack, 9, 5 of spades. What do you guys think?
I stepped away for a brief moment. I'll be back in a moment.
All right. But maybe, what do you think?
Okay, let's see. So we're looking at the one when partner bid once.
We bid a spade. That's hand number 6. We opened a spade.
Okay,
Partner says 2 no trump. Jacoby 2 no trump.
okay. Now you're asking for bid.
What do we do?
Is that a heart? Is that the singleton 4? Oh, hand 6.
6.
I would bid
Side here.
3 spades.
Yep,
That
3
sounds about
spades.
right.
That says we've got extra values and we have a good quality trump suit.
And then does that necessarily deny a 5-card side suit and a singleton?
Yep.
Because those were priority up above it? Okay.
Yep. Mhm. All right, now this one here on the left, it does not have a number, but we've got the King Jack 7 4 2 of spades.
Yeah.
Same thing. We open a spade, partner says 2 no trump.
It'd be a 3 heart showing the
Right.
singleton.
That's right. And that doesn't really promise extras. It's just saying, yeah, we have an opening hand, 5 spades, and a singleton or void and hearts.
On this one, if you had 2 hearts instead of a singleton heart, you just put 4 spades, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. And then number 8 on the right here with the King Queen 7 6 3 of spades.
That'd be exactly what she just said, right? You do.
Yep.
Just jump to 4 spades.
Jump to 4 spades.
Yep.
This is a hand we're not really thrilled about opening to begin with, but when partner bids 2 no trump, that's great. You're probably looking good for your game now. Now this one on the bottom left, with the Jack 9 of spades here.
Looks like a 3 no trump response. Oh, no. Well,
Too weak for 3. Wait. Too weak for 3
Yeah.
no trump, isn't it?
It's kind of marginal. This is out of the 25 conventions, you should know, and they recommend 3 no trump here. They think this is better than a minimum, but 4 trumps. And the thing that makes this kind of better than that previous hand is the quality of these honors. Having the ace king of hearts and a little, and the ace diamonds and a doubleton diamond, all are promising things. And our worst suit is our spades, but given that partner has 4 of them,
Mhm.
that adds value to it. It means that that's not terrible. Whereas this last one here, we had queens and jacks, no aces at all. A queen doubleton instead of an ace doubleton is a lot worse. So this one we've got 13 high card points, and this one we have 14, but they're much nicer high card points, much better range. But it is a terrible quality suit, so 3 no trump would convey this hand pretty well. And then the number 10 on the right here.
looks like a 4 diamond response.
Yep, that's our good quality 5-card side suit. Even though we have a void and we could bid 3 hearts to show heart shortness, our priority is to show the good quality 5-card side suit.
I think that's
Why
happened
is
to
that a
me
higher
exactly 2
priority?
times.
I would have thought the void was a higher priority.
It's not, because when you have the side 5-card suit, you have a singleton or void regardless, because there's only 3 cards and 2 suits left.
Well, that's true.
What was it, Andrew?
Oh, I was just saying that sequence where I've had to bid the 5-card side suit has probably happened 2 times in my life.
Yeah,
That's common.
it is uncommon. So if you could imagine, if you're lucky and partner's got an opening hand, so partner could have ace of spades, ace of clubs, and king of diamonds, for instance. That's only 11 points. And
So yeah, how would your partner respond to your, let's say your 4 diamonds in this case?
So it depends on what they're holding. if they also have some diamonds, like if they had King Jack X in diamonds, they'd probably be getting pretty excited because they know you got the ace queen if they have the king. You got
So
five-
is it the partner's responsibility to go to ask for key cards? Or is
Yep,
there another? Okay.
it's partner winds up being captain almost always when you use the Jacoby 2-no trump.
Gotcha.
Occasionally it can get flipped if partner does the Jacoby 2-no trump and then you show extras and partner just stops at game. That says, well, I only had my 13. Opener can still go on if they want to, but normally it's responder that takes charge in these auctions. And that's why we ask
Okay.
opener to describe their hand.
In this specific case, you have one other option, which would be for a partner to bid 4 hearts over 4 diamonds. Probably a lot of people would play that as something called a last train cube bid, showing some interest in slam if partner is bigger than promised. So partner is a better hand than they promised with 4 diamonds. Partner could go on and start asking for key cards. But usually it's either going to be 4 spades saying 4 diamonds doesn't really do it for me, partner, sorry, or 4 no trump asking for key cards.
Gotcha. So usually after the Jacoby 2-no trump response, after the response, it's usually we're gonna either sign off in game or go interest in slam. Like your
Yeah.
partner, I guess you could show a control if you bid,
Exactly.
but okay.
So
Other
yeah,
than
we
that,
can
it's
definitely do
like-
control bids after the response by opener, the rebid by opener.
Yeah, any
But
response
the-
to 3 level, at the 3 level, the next bid is invariably going to be a cube bid.
Gotcha.
So the thinking here is that because responder has opening hand and 4 trumps, you're going to game for sure. And so this
Right.
system is really a slam exploration tool. Help you decide if slam's there. And what can help in particular is if with these hands with the singletons, like this one here on the left, where your opener rebids 3 hearts. If you find responder has say 4 little hearts, that's one of those magic things where they know that their 13 high card points are in the same 3 suits as openers 13 high card points, and that you can often find your way to a slam with only like 28 high card points or 27 high card points.
Knowing that your heart losers are across from a singleton.
Right, so
Or
that you
void,
only have
yeah.
one loser. You have one loser in the heart suit, but then all of your high cards are working in the other 3 suits.
Hmm.
But if, for instance, responder had king, queen, jack little on hearts opposite a singleton, that would be kind of a real turnoff, and you probably just stop at 4 spades.
Gotcha.
So it's a way for the responder to see how the hands mesh in terms of where are your high card points and how does your suit lengths complement each other or work against each other. So let's see how this works. Let's go into Shark now. Fire up the session. Here's the Shark link in the chat. You don't have it.
Mine says, please wait to be seated. Did I go to the
Yep,
right
yep,
place?
that's right. Now we'll do this once, but I'm afraid, just 1 second before you bid.
Oh, am I supposed to bid now?
Oh, I'd like you to wait 1 second. Does it give you an option there to set the bidding system for your robots?
No, and actually, I can't even bid the bidding boxes.
Okay, there you can bid now.
Oh, are you afraid that the robot isn't going to use Jacoby?
Mm-hmm.
I think that happened last week.
Oh, seems like
Okay.
they
Yeah,
are,
I
though.
got in trouble that way.
I don't see, I'm looking at the settings. I don't see anything for,
All right, looks like it works though, so go ahead and just go ahead and bid.
I got booted. Hang on.
I got booted too. Probably my fault.
Oh, shoot. Here we go.
what are these robots playing?
Uh,
1430 or,
does it matter?
well, the robot just bid for no Trump.
Yeah, so it's key card. I think it's 1430, but I don't know. But it's not straight Blackwood.
Okay, so I should respond 1430.
I like being the opener in this case, not having to drive. They have the pressure of setting the contract.
Oh, I think I misclaimed. Sorry.
Ah,
I meant to claim 12 tricks, but I guess it counted the first trick I took.
well, you're gonna lose a trick anyhow, right? Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you claimed all. Uh-huh.
There we go.
And you're the declarer there, right?
Yeah.
Implemini?
I'm the declarer, yeah. Are we supposed to play it?
Yeah. The others are all done.
So I know last week we talked about, I think I did a Jacoby Tuno Trump response when the better bid was a splinter. Is there a similar priority response for
Yeah, so
for
when you have these hands with the 4-card support or longer and the 13 or more points, we'll do the and we have shortness in our own hand. We have our choice of the splinter or the Jacoby Tuno trump, and the splinter is the weaker bid. Usually less than 13 high card points, but because we have a singleton, that gives us enough for game anyhow.
gotcha. Okay.
With 13 high card points or more, we'll do the Tuno trump, and that flip flops the captaincy. When we do the Jacoby Tuno trump, we're normally captain. When we do a splinter, our partner is the captain. The opener is the captain.
Gotcha. Because it would usually go splinter, and then either 4 of the major or no trump. That makes sense.
Yeah, or Cupid possibly.
Ah,
These bids at the 4 level just take up so much space that you kind of want to
you're
avoid
running
them
out of.
if you think
Gotcha.
splinter is likely.
Yeah, so we normally do that with the weaker hand because we think it's less likely that we'll wind up in slam with one of those. Just gotta check something here.
And that's definitely a disadvantage of showing the side 5-card suit, because it does take you to the 4 level already. But typically, if you have that kind of distribution, we're pretty close to slam anyway.
That's amazing. And you said you've actually encountered that, Andrew?
I think twice.
That's awesome.
It's nice to be able to bid. I was very excited when it came up. Kind of like my first experience with Drury. Remember, I learned Drury when I was interning at the lab from you, Rick, and I was so excited to actually put it into practice, but it never came up. maybe 8 or 9 months later, I finally had a Drury hand. I was so excited.
And I find I use that fairly often. I don't know.
Yeah. Nowadays it's definitely more frequent.
So here, yeah, okay, let's do finish there.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Can I go back
Yeah.
and undo?
You both want to undo.
yeah, that's the wrong major.
You both did
Yeah,
the same
I
thing.
just wasn't paying attention.
Oh, really?
That's what I meant to
That's
do.
fun.
Is that the right bid?
Yes. But it's funny, both of you bid 4 space there.
That's awesome.
You just want to be in a slightly harder contract. Nothing wrong with that.
If the robot gets excited by that bid.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and play these. So Andrew, what would the sequence have been with the modified Jacoby Thuno trump?
Oh, the modified Jacoby. I barely remember that. 3 clubs I remember is an unspecified singleton, right?
3 clubs is the funny bit. It is a minimum with some redeeming value. And so the only lesser hand from that is a minimum that's a 5-3-3-2.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only hand that you jump to 4 hearts with. And it's got to be 12 or 13 high card points in 5-3-3-2. So 3 clubs is a minimum that's not that. And so it's got to have either a singleton or a void, or a 6-card trump suit, or a 4-card side suit, something.
Mm-hmm.
So that
Okay,
would be
the diamond, 3 diamonds, presumably ass.
right. And then
And
3
then-
hearts is a void in some suit. And then the next one's up. Oh, the next one up says it's a shortness, a singleton or void somewhere.
Mhm.
And the next bit asks where. So with this west hand that has enough, well, you can decide if finding a singleton somewhere would be useful
Mhm.
against a minimum, and you might just stop and jump to game.
Mhm.
So if East had shown 3 diamonds, say, instead of 3 clubs,
Uh-huh. You
then,
might have shown more interest.
then there'd be more interest in. So in that case, then.
Right, or if East had showed bid 4 clubs, let's say,
Mhm.
which they can't with only the ace out, but if they'd had a good quality side suit that matched up, that
Yeah.
might also be good.
But so suppose East had bid 3 diamonds, then what
Mhm.
would West bid after that?
You might bid 3 spades,
Okay.
Mhm.
or a control bid.
Mhm.
You don't even have to, but you could show it. East with the minimum might just stop at game at that point. With
Mhm.
extras, they'd cooperate.
Yeah.
If East can cubit clubs, that makes you really happy because you know at that point that a club cubit is promising the ace. East already showed shortness and diamond.
Right.
Then you know you've got all the clubs covered, and you're almost at slam at that point. So 3 spades is really not good.
The other finer point is if East had said 3 diamonds to start with, you say 3 spades, and then West cubits diamonds. That's showing a void
Mhm.
because you would not. You've already shown a singleton,
Mhm.
so you wouldn't cubit it again if it was just a singleton.
You wouldn't cubit it, what if you had a singleton, it was the ace?
We don't show singleton aces in this system.
Oh,
And the reason for that is we're really trying to find out are our high cards working in the other suits together.
uh-huh.
And a
So,
singleton,
okay, so if East had a singleton ace, they would not bid 3 diamonds.
right. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Same thing
that's
with splinters. We
interesting.
would not normally do a splinter with a singleton ace if we were responding to major suit open.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that was news to me the first time I played with Rick a month or so back. But it does make sense. The singleton ace is worth more in those realms than your typical singleton, and it has more value than a standard singleton. So typically, you'd like to know if it's a low singleton. That's really useful for you. But the ace is better than that. So treating it differently is probably a good idea.
Singleton ace is just different. It has extra value, but it's also a negative if you have a lot of wasted stuff there because it's not an ace that's supporting your kings and queens in one of the other suits. So, all right, let's Oh, this next one. This is.
Oh, I think I know where this one's going.
Good quality is 2 out of the top 3.
Yeah.
So in this case, was it better to show the 5-card diamond suit, or is it better to show the singleton club?
The priority is to show the 5-card side suit.
It is, okay.
I guess I shouldn't have claimed there just in case West has 5 diamonds.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so Kenton, I didn't see what you did exactly, but you let them get a spade trick. Which you should.
Yeah, no, yeah.
So basically on this hand, you want to get in and draw trumps. And then run diamonds and pitch 2 spades on the diamonds.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So that you don't have any spade losers and you just have the ace of clubs to lose.
Yeah, I got a little greedy and went for the club finesse first.
Hmm.
Right. The robots are too canny. Let's see. This is.
Well, that's the way to play it if you want to get the beer card. Yeah.
Sure.
Because you need to get that club loser out of the way. Get your beer. What's with all these 3-1 splits?
I was gonna mention that. I think you guys have no chance of getting rid of your
You know,
club
there's
loser or diamond loser.
2 clubs, you're gonna lose 2 clubs and a diamond.
Okay, so just claim what's left.
There's one. Yeah, that's kind of annoying, huh? But it is what it is. At least it's not for nothing.
Right. So when you know that you have 9 trumps and that they have 4, what is the most common distribution?
3-1, right?
Yeah. When there's even number out, they tend not to divide evenly. And so,
And how come when there's an even number out, you're supposed to go for the draw?
Oh, you're talking about 8 ever, 9 never?
yeah, that's where if it's you're missing the queen and there's 4 of them out,
Oh.
it's because the queen can drop singleton as well as doubleton,
Mm-hmm.
which is just a hair better than finessing. But that's a rule that's such a widely known rule based on so little value.
Yeah, if you have any extra information, then throw 8 ever, 9 never out the window. Like if you know that one guy has a 6-card suit because they preempted it or something like that, that usually tells you not to use 8 ever, 9 never. But in the absence of any other information, a decent guess.
Make sure you start with the 1 heart for this exercise.
Oh, you mean instead of 1 no trump?
Well, instead of 2.
So when self bids 4 hearts, is that saying they don't have the ace of diamonds and the ace of clubs?
No, it's only saying that they have basically 13 points.
Oh.
That they don't have any slam aspirations. But that doesn't mean that you have to give up.
Well, should I?
Well, you certainly have extras, and if they have 4 cards support with 13 points, you have a chance for slam.
So they only
Your
have
13, for instance, could be.
So they have to have 10
Club.
points someplace beside cards.
They've got, yes, that's right.
Okay.
Think about it this way. Would you rather regret not bidding slam or bid slam and go down?
5 cards.
You don't even have to bid slam initially. You can do that for no trump, and if you find that they've got 3 key cards, then you should for sure go to slam. With 2 of them.
2 cheap key cards.
Well, yeah, so why stop there? You're missing 1 key card.
Missing 1 key card, but
And you have the queen of trump. Usually that's our tiebreaker.
Oh,
Anyhow, see how you do here. They should only get one trick here. How'd you give them two?
Yeah, I was not counting.
Oh, did you leave a trump out?
I went on autopilot and played the diamonds like they were gone.
Yeah.
That's why you always claim when you have the rest of the trick.
Yeah.
This is a restricted choice kind of a hand too, diamonds, but you don't need to take advantage of that or to risk that.
You know, because when the jack of diamonds falls, you would tend to finesse the 10 and West.
Right. If you needed to, you would. Here you can rough the last diamond anyhow, so you don't need to.
The 4-0 trump break. I guess you'd have to rely on that.
Yeah. So when you see the jack drop, you kind of assume east is out, so you can safely finesse west for the 10.
Yep.
The idea is that it's more likely for the defender not to make a choice than for them to make a choice. And if East had Jack 10, it's more or less a coin flip whether they play the Jack or the 10. They choose one or the other. But if you only had the Jack, he's always only going to play the Jack.
So what would be the best route to play the diamonds then? Cash the 8 and then the queen?
Yeah.
And the king? How would you know?
Because you cannot, if East has 4 diamonds, there's no way that you can finesse just based on where the diamonds are. You only have one option to finesse, and that's if West has the 10, because you have the king 9 behind him, and you have the diamond length in north. But South doesn't have the diamond,
gotcha.
and they're small diamonds. So it's only a one-way finesse.
I see. So usually you'd want to finesse towards your length to lead from the shortness. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes they'll have a two-way finesse. But a lot of times in a case, it's only one way. You just play to give yourself the option to take that one-way finesse if it seems right.
But this hand here, this is pretty much a lay down 6, right? We just have the ace of clubs to lose, and we're able to rough a diamond. And so this is one of the rare hands where North winds up becoming captain, because South has just the bare 13, but South has the 19 or 20 point hand, and can press on.
Interesting. Okay.
All right, that's all I've got time for here.
All right. Well, thanks, Rick. Appreciate it.
thanks, Rick.
Sure thing. Good seeing y'all.
All right, I'll see you this weekend, Rick, and
Yep.
I'll be in touch with what the plans are for carpools and such.
All right, sounds good.
So Rick, you're gonna
Good luck to you all.
the
Yes, I'll let you guys know, and if it turns